How's it going, guys? The Poker Rapper here, and as Great League comes to an end in Season 4, much to my dismay, because I love Great League so much, I've decided to not only upload one more video, but show you how I ended Season 4, and that is with Cresselia, the sleeper, the underdog. Everyone likes it in Ultra League, but I think it's really good in Great League too, and I've never used it before, but I wanted to try it out, invested in it, taught the second move, and yeah, this was one of the earlier sets that I did with it, so let's jump into these battles. First game against Americano, 2040. And they have an Obstagoon lead. Now, I hate to admit Obstagoon's not bad, but I just don't like it that much. Excuse me. I think it's a little frail, and I don't like having to rely on the attack boost Night Slash. But I guess it has good coverages with Night Slash and Gunk Shot, but I still just don't like it that much. But nonetheless, it's pretty good, and it's very neutral lead against Stunfisk, so although it's taking damage from the Mud Bombs, it does charge up energy pretty quickly, and it is going to come down if anyone wants to commit a shield. And right now I'm thinking I probably can't get off another Mud Bomb should they elect to use a shield here, but if they do, that's okay. I'll lose the lead. They do, that's fine. I could lose the lead. You almost get to one more Mud Bomb, but you just don't. That's pretty bad for us. But even though we lost the lead, now we're going to get to farm up a little bit with Scarm to get an attack ready. Those Night Slashes just add up quickly, but I still feel okay being up a shield even if I'm down lead and down like 55%. And we see a Stunfisk. That's probably the worst nightmare, right? But here is the Goon, Cresselia, here to save the day, I hope. Didn't want to get hurt with an Earthquake, so we're up a shield, right? Just in case. Not just in case. Bad read, Tone. Shouldn't have done that. Just kidding. I feel like that was okay. And now, if they do hit us with the Earthquake, we would take it, but that's okay. They don't, and we see just a regular Victory Bell in the back, and that's great, because it's frail, and Cresselia does a ton of damage with the quick moves. So we Moonblast, they shield it. That song bumps, huh? Sorry. And then we get a nicely timed switch into our Scarm, and and we knock out the Victory Bell. After that, Leaf Blade does very little damage, and now we still have a shield, and we still have Cresselia. So I got kind of confused. I thought to myself, why would I Moonblast? But it was doing so much quick damage, I feel like we had to Moonblast before it could use its attack, and then we did, and then they wasted their shield. Not wasted, but invested the shield. We got the nicely timed switch, and kept our last shield for that attack that Stunfisk just did, and that is going to get us the dub. A little confusion, some fire in the music coming through, and kind of threw me off a little bit. And here we go, game 2. Now we got the Stunfisk brothers, and again, this is an interesting one because all our Mud Bombs do about 35% of their health or so, I would say. They take the first one, yeah, maybe like 40 even, so 3 is a guarantee. They have not used an attack yet. We know they almost certainly have Earthquake ready to go. And I, unfortunately, almost always use my shield. This is always going to bait me out if they Rock Slide. It's just such a hard play, you know? So, most of the time I invest my shields. I hate having to do it, and you can get punished very, very badly for it. And I'm going to block this one as well. If this is a Rock Slide, then that's a good play, but just Earthquake again. Maybe they're thinking that we're thinking too much into it. So now, if they block this, I'm going to switch out very quickly, knowing myself. They do block it, and we get out of there quickly. Now we're going to farm up some energy as they try to switch quickly before their own Stunfisk gets knocked out. Now they go into Obstagoon Night Slash. Look at that. Look at how much damage that just did. Super effective Obstagoon Night Slash. Cresselia just eats it up. Look at that. Look at that. This thing is an animal. And we're going to have to take one more, unfortunately. But we're alright. and he gets the attack raise. I am slamming that grass knot button, trying to get it to fill up all the way. Alright, so even with the crazy attack raise, does not knock us out, and we are unable to get to a grass knot. But shout out to Cresselia, and I'm going to try to make a nice little switch right there so we can't knock out that Stunfisk. That Stunfisk is going to be our win condition, and that worked out nice because not only did we get the time to switch so that it hit the Scarm and wasted the energy, but it wasted its energy on a Play Rough, and now we will take a couple Rock Slides. That's alright, it's no problem. And now we have enough for our Sky Attack. We might go for a Flash Cannon right here. Didn't get greedy, but I respect it. Once we get the switch, we can go right into... Well, it's going to be close. He's going to have a lot of energy farmed up. But if we get this discharge off... Now this is life or death right here. We know he has Play Rough. Definitely not enough energy for Hydro Pump, I would say. And if it were to be Ice Beam, that would be a loss for us. But luckily... Just Play Rough, Hydro Pump, not able to get it done, and so, lucky game, we'll chalk that up to being a little lucky. What's up with these Obstagoons, goons, though, in the front? I'm pretty sure this is going to go the exact same way. Night Slashes, Mud Bombs, Shield at the end. I can't use my last Mud Bomb, I lose lead, I go into Scarm. And I'm not really sure where it goes from there. And that's just a guess. I haven't watched this yet. This was only recorded like last night, I think. Very, very new on the Cresselia train. But I like it a lot. I really do. Oh, it really looks like we can get to one more Mud Bomb if they shield this. Alright, this player elects not to shield it, so we have switch lead. They care about their shield. And I respect that. Shield's important. They just took the L to a better neutral lead. So now I switch. This is an interesting play on my part. And my opponent switches into a Clefable and then scoops it up. That was interesting. I mean, I was going to block the Thunders and try to reserve Scarm. Didn't want it to get any extra energy. And when they quickly switched into Clefable, I think maybe they made a mistake and realized what I had. And yeah, so that worked out nicely. And here we go. This is a good lead for us, Toxicroak. No water left. What? Stay hydrated. That's the motto. I don't have any water in here. So, Stunfisk outright wins this lead. I think they have to invest both their shields. I'm going to invest both my shields too. I could switch to Cresselia, do ×4 confusion. There it is right in front of me. That's handy. And I'm just going to actually farm it down. So straight up, Stunfisk will beat, if you go 2 shields apiece, it will beat Toxicroak. No switches needed, and this is great for us because now we're going to have free discharge right here. And I'm going to switch. I'm not going to let it get anything crazy. We're going to go right into Cresselia. A Grass Knot will pretty much take it out. And if they switch, then hopefully they have something that's, you know, semi-weak to one of those. And they are going to switch to Galarian Stunfisk. So we're looking okay, right? We could hit this thing a few times, and then we have Skarmory for Azumarill. Now, I would have liked to knock out the Azumarill with Cresselia. Actually, that's a lie. That's not good, because then the Stunfisk would have came in, it would have been Stunfisk against Skarmory, and that's bad. So, I'm happy they switched out. So this works out nicely, because now they have to use all their Rock Slides, because their little chippy Quick Attack isn't doing too much, and now we're going to be able to go, we're actually going to get the rest of their energy here, it looks like. I don't think this is going to knock us out. It's going to be pretty close. Alright, so they get one little extra thing energy, but this works out nicely because now even though we're going to take a Rock Slide, we are farming up a bunch of energy, and I know one Flash Cannon will knock out that Azumarill, but a Sky Attack with some quick moves may be able to. It shouldn't be able to attack just because I used Hydro Pump. Alright, so we get a dub right here. That worked out nicely. very, very fortunate that they switched into their Galarian Stunfisk, not knowing that we had Skarmory in the back. It would have been better if they had hung on to it, but then their Zoomer would have gotten knocked out, and they were trying to protect it. So just not having information right there ends up getting us lucky dub. In Game 5, we have a Medicham lead. We let the first one go through. Its Ice Punch does a ton of damage. Our Mud Bombs do some good damage. Medicham's a pretty good Pokemon. I really like Medicham a lot. It is frail, but good moveset. So we switch right here into the Goon, Cresselia, except this time not having too many Goon tendencies, as they switch right into their Skarmory. And now I think we have to let what was our first Pokemon? Medicham? Yeah, maybe we protect Cresselia for the Medicham, right? Because we could let it go down and then go back into Stunfisk and try to discharge. But if we could protect this thing and then go back into Stunfisk and maybe get a discharge off, then by the time the Medicham comes back in, it'll be switch locked. We'll be able to just clean it up with Cresselia, then we'll have a Scarf in the back. Hopefully, whatever they have in the back is pretty weak. And it is a Victory Bell. It's very weak to Skarm, so that worked out pretty nicely too. Being shields down, Skarm comes in. Ooh, eats it up, and doesn't take damage, and gets a nice amount of energy, enough to use this Sky Attack right here. Doesn't quite take it out, but we're gonna get a little more energy. We are unfortunately gonna eat this Sky Attack, putting that Medicham in decent position. But if this doesn't knock us out, then one quick move will get us a Sky Attack, but it does knock us out, so now we gotta play this. Oh, wait a minute, no we don't. We used our shields on Cresselia to hold it earlier in the game, and now, because of that, it is going to be able to... Oh, I just ruined the coolness at the end of the video. I'm just gonna restart the whole video. It gets to shine. So we get the Grass Knot off. It was still stupid. Didn't work out at all. Good job, Cresselia. You get all the credit. I don't get any credit. And so 5-0 with that team today. It's been a little different playing with that team. This is the team I'm currently using. But a lot of Pokemon floating around in the Great League. It is hard to have a very ideal team. Even when you think you have a very set team, sometimes it gets bullied. Nice music to end the video, right? It's kind of well timed. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like, leave me a comment if you want to ask anything, and if you're not subscribed, get subscribed. We will see you in the next one, baby.